Again, about those, thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So let's take a look at the audio setup for the Lowrider ST, the FXRT fairing. So we have quite a few different options here. I'm still deciding between the speakers, my fairing, the Dominator fairing, the spacing where the speakers would normally go. It's just not big enough to fit a 5 1/4 speaker. Now I know these are loud. All right, I've owned multiple Fosgate speakers, and we have quite a few options here. So let's just get into it. Let's try to keep this somewhat I don't know. All right, these videos are not scripted, but let's just start with the amp. All right, let's start with the amp. Maybe you guys are wondering, hey, why did you get this one? This amp's a little bit too big for the mounting place on the FXRT. This is, of course, a 600 watt, 4 ohms. You got to make sure whatever you get, the speakers match the ohms. All right, you got to make sure. I'm not going to try to get technical with this, but let's just, go over it. Why did I chose this? Of course, the power. You also have a Bluetooth receiver on this, so I don't have to add an adapter. I don't have to add, a Bluetooth connector or anything like that. This has a built-in Bluetooth connector, and it's also a remote. So some of the Plex audio options, you only have the Bluetooth connector. If you want the remote, the control, then you have to purchase that separately, and it's a Bluetooth. So you would have to replace the batteries. This one's wired to this amp, so not only is it a Bluetooth connector, a control as well, a remote. It's also weatherproof. You can see right here, waterproof, dustproof, rustproof, vibration proof. That's a big one because this is going to be mounted on a Harley. But keep in mind, like I said, this is a little bit too long. They unboxing on everything, but this is going to be a little bit too long to fit where people normally put it at. They usually mount it on the inside of the top of the fairing on the FXRT. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a little plate to mount it, and then mount it. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to try to mount it on the headlight mounting area. So we could either do that, or we could probably find the angle of the fairing and these mounting locations, and do a tapered or maybe an angled spacer, so we can have good contact and a good mounting area. So like I said, this is a little bit too long, but the other options, they were just expensive, and like I said, the amp, the control, the Bluetooth, all in one system, and plus you get all these benefits. For the money, I believe it was like $200. Got it on sale. I thought, what, this is a pretty good option. So like I said, pretty good. You can see the dimensions. If you want to stay tuned for the unboxing, you'll be able to see it. But 7'3", 7 inches, and 13/16. So that's the edge of it, and then the mounting area, it's 7/1/8. But you know what? Maybe this might fit. Maybe. I believe I measured the inside of the fairing where people, like I said, people normally mount it at. I believe it's a little bit under 7 inches, so we're just 1/8, a little bit too out. So I'll just stay tuned for the install videos. Stay tuned for the install videos. The remote is actually, I'm planning on placing it in my dash, on the dashboard on the fuel tank. So that's where I'm thinking about putting it. So you can see it's not a massive unit. It's 7/1/8 by 3/7/16, and it's under 2 inches thick. So the depth wise, it's there's going to be plenty of clearance where I'm planning on mounting it. So excited about that. It's going to be a little bit of work, trying to figure out the mounting location for this. But if you want to not deal with any of that, you could also get yourself a smaller amp. Maybe I'll make a whole video on it, but you could get yourself a 6-inch you know, width-wise amp, and that's gonna fit right where most people mount the amp. So another reason why I didn't want to mount it on the fairing is because of, you know, the overall weight on the fairing. It's fiberglass. I do have carbon fiber at the mounting locations, but you know what, it's fiberglass. So we have that. Of course, that's the amp. The second you know, mounting location for the speakers is these towers, or these pods. They're called marine tower enclosures. I know them as speaker pods. So of course we are doing this, and these are not chrome, but they do come in chrome. But this is the color I got them in, black. 4-inch speaker pods, or marine tower enclosures, 4 inches. I also got these on sale, $100, pretty pricey, you know, for what they are. So I have 3-inch speakers on my Metro Cruiser. Figured, you know what, I'm gonna go a little bit bigger, and you know, that way I could actually hear them and get some decent quality speakers. So you could also see they have a little arm, which is gonna be pretty good for the setup, because I'm planning on mounting these on the risers, on my Kraus risers. So this little swivel is just gonna move the speakers a little bit closer to me. That way I could hear them at 80 to 90 miles per hour, which is gonna be, you know, more of a benefit because of the placement of where the speakers are gonna be. I'm gonna be able to hear them a little bit better and not, you know, have to deal with all the wind noise and all the other stuff. So, like I said, I'm still deciding whether I should put the 4-inch in the fairing or the 5-inch in the fairing, and then put these on the speaker pods. But I just want to be able to show you guys a different way to mount speakers, and, you know, just give you guys some options. And like I said, I'm gonna put everything to the test. I'm gonna take the decibel meter and compare the 4-inch against the 5-inch, and then of course I also have the Plex audio, and we'll put that to the test as well, so you guys can see the difference between the P152s and I believe the T152s, if I remember correctly. I'm not too sure, but yes, this is going to be the enclosures for the 4-inch. Like I said, they're going to be on the risers on my Kraus. So we have multiple different what are these cushions? What are these called? These inserts for different diameter tubing. So it's going to be pretty exciting. You guys, you know, you guys stay tuned for all of these installs. You guys are going to have some options. You guys could go with speaker pods, or you could go with, you know, just mounting it in the fairing. So yes, a lot of benefits. You could actually mount these on your handlebars. You see how you have different options here. Handlebars, like I said, I don't want anything on my handlebars. I'm going to try to keep them as low as possible to the forks. That way they don't stand out too much. Kind of like, you know, kind of like on my metric, they're mounted on the actual windshield. So we have those, and then of course get onto the speakers. 120 watt max, but it's really, you know, it's really 50. Once again, 4 inches. That's, you know, that should fit in there. And like I mentioned, on the fairing itself, I have the Dominator FXRT fairing. If you have the RWD, or I believe if you even have the JD and the I mean, I have multiple videos on these fairings. Check out those videos so you know which one's gonna, you know, fit you best. But on the Dominator FXRT, these speakers fit fantastic. All right, you have pretty good spacing. Like I said, the Dominator fairing has a little lip on the outside of the fairing that it just makes it really tough to mount the 5 1/4. These are 4-inch speakers. Like I said, I have 3-inch speakers on the metric. I don't think, you know, as far as how loud the speakers are going to be, I don't think these are going to be as loud as the 5 1/4 at all. I'm pretty sure there is going to be a massive, well, not massive, but there is going to be a noticeable difference on the loudness. But like I said, these are going to be mounted on the fairing. These are going to be mounted closer to me, so it might even out, you know, it just depends. So these are of course 4 inches, also kicker, just like the speaker pods or the towers, and they look pretty good, you know, the overall look of it. These are a 2-in-1 speaker as well, so I'm gonna have, you know, the benefit of having a little bit of bass and a little bit of you know, just some clear, crisp sound. So like I said, we'll do unboxings and all of this stuff so you guys can get a better idea. And these are the Rockford Fosgate 5 1/4. These were also on sale. These were $100, or I believe, yeah, these were $100. These were, I believe, $60 on sale. So these are, of course, Rockford Fosgate. I've had my fair share of Rockford Fosgate speakers, but I just wanted something that's going to perform with the amp, and you know, be able to beat out some of that wind noise. So you guys can see the dimensions. That's the audio setup. In case you guys were wondering, I'm not going to do a head unit or a infotainment system or anything like that. I'm not doing anything like that. Everything's going to be powered off of my phone via Bluetooth, just like my Plex Audio, just like my Karaoke Road Thunder, and just like my Boss speaker system. I'm just accustomed to using my phone. I have it mounted on the handlebars, and that's pretty much my head unit. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for, you know, staying tuned in for the videos. Thanks for supporting the channel, and maybe this will help you decide if you have an FXRT fairing, or maybe you have a bike that you want to try some pods out. Maybe this video is going to help you decide on what audio system to kind of go with. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the unboxing on all this stuff. It's going to take a minute. Okay, stay out there, stay safe. Life's for his. Get out there and ride. Later.